Welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bongiovi. So how I like to start these readings off is by checking the individual energies of the people I'm looking into. So let me see what's going on with Millie Bobby Brown. What can we see with her situation? Obviously I have questions and all that, but first let's get into the energies. So what's happening with Millie Bobby Brown? What can we see about her current situation? All right, these two cards are face down, so it represents her emotion. So let's see what's going on with her emotion. Oh, she's happy. She's in a state of bliss at this moment. You know, she's having a good time, is what I'm seeing with this Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is all about like happiness, celebration, all of that. So that's what I'm seeing here. Not just that, this Hierophant is an interesting Hierophant because, again, it's an energy of tranquility. You see this? These two chicks doing yoga. So it's kind of just like, you know, she is where she needs to be. These clouds, though, give me like a pause for concern, because it's kind of like something's brewing, though. Something's brewing, right? It's like, you know, you can't have all happiness without some sort of drama. What else can we see? Choices, decisions. She's like, I got decisions to make. You know, she is engaged to some guy, so she's just like, she's thinking about stuff right now. Not just that, you see this lady's face, how she's all blushing. So she's enjoying herself, you know, like she's in that feminine energy of like just having fun, of thinking like what to do, planning. So, I mean, very cool energies thus far. What else can we see about her situation? All right, there's some trickster energy though, and look where it fell, where I told you that I seen storm clouds, right? You see this? Like the clouds forming. You know, it's not that heavy because the clouds aren't that dark. But, you know, this Jake Bongiovi guy, I'm going to be real, right? You know, you guys know I'm intuitive and I receive messages. It's telling me he's a weasel. So, I mean, yeah, you know, he has some interesting motives. That's what I'm going to say. Like, you know, but that's what's coming up in her energy. Not just that. This is in the future slot, you know, because each slot has a meaning. This is the future slot. So it's kind of just like she has to watch out, you know, because this guy, he's a bit shady with this Seven of Swords. You see, leaving the tent, stealing shit. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, I'm going to get his vibe and see, like, what's going on with him. What's going on with his energy currently? What's the energies of this Jake Bongiovi? What can we see? What are his current energies? The Two of Cups, but it came out kind of sideways, right? It's kind of crooked. And when cards come out for me, they indicate energy, right? It's not just reading the cards, it's the whole energy of the reading, right? I explain this so you guys can understand my process. Yeah, there's love here, right? Exchanging love, sharing love, but you see the card is crooked. Again, he has motives that's not necessarily the best. I'm going to say that much, but let's look further. What else is going on with his energy? This is about success for him, this relationship. And again, the energies are crooked, right? This is deep that they both came out crooked. You see, I didn't like put them that way. That's how they came out. I'm going to put them kind of like in the right. Actually, I'm going to leave them how they look. But it's kind of just like this Six of Wands is all about success, right? This relationship for him is about his ego, whatever you want to call it, right? He's in this relationship. He proposed and all of that because he wants to feel good about himself with this Six of Wands. You know, I don't know anything of him, honestly. You know, all I know is that I think his dad is a singer, if I'm correct. You know, I don't know what he does. You know, he can have like a great business. I don't know. But what the energy is telling me is that he's a weasel. Not just that he's devious. Not just that, but like it's like a coward energy. Let me something to do with association. Something to do with association. It's like he's with her because of association, because of who she is. Like, I know like she did that Stranger Things situation, but that's all I know. I don't know if she does anything else, but apparently he feels like this is like a good look for him. Let's see. What else can we see regarding this guy's energy? He's enjoying himself as well. You know what I mean? It's not all like negative and bad and stuff. People, let me just say this, people get together because of deep reasons, right? It's not just all love, right? A lady, because some people want like just positivity, like, oh, it's just all love, right? People get together for different reasons. Some chicks get together with the guy because the guy might be like a doctor or a lawyer. Like, yeah, she might be cool with the guy. Yeah, they get along, but she's kind of just like, this guy is successful. He's established. You know what I mean? He's not like a cashier, so he's right for me. It's kind of like that situation in a way. It's not kind of just like blind love. But what I'm seeing here with this Hierophant, again, with this yoga posing and all that shit, is that, it is like a good time for them. You know what I mean? They are taking it easy. What else can I see with this energy? All right. This is deep. Some Eight of Swords energy. And I was trying to not be so negative because, again, what keeps coming to me is the storm clouds in the back. It's kind of just like forming and the sun is setting, right? And, it was showing me like, yeah, they're having a good time. But, again, I wasn't trying to be negative. But since these cards came out, I got to just call it as it is. There's going to be some heartbreak, right? This Jake Bongiovi, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name. Some people say Bongiovi or something, but I don't know. It seems like it's Bongiovi from how it's written. But what I'm seeing with this Jake Bongiovi is that he has some issues. Not just that. I know they're both young as hell. I think she's like 18 or 19 and he's 20. But I'm seeing that he does have a negative dating history of kind of like leaving chicks out in the cold, feeling hopeless is what I'm seeing, leaving them trapped. Not just that, this is also energies of manipulation. You see how this woman is all like wrapped and tied up. So, I mean, it is what it is. Again, not the best. The devil, bad habits. He gets himself into bad habits. I'm seeing that he does have some negative traits. You know what I mean? It's going to cause both of them some pain, some discomfort, like moving forward. It is what it is. And with this Five of Swords, I mean, you see this, right? More sort of just like shady energy that like popped up earlier. So, I mean, and you see this is like one of those like soft decks and shit. This isn't a negative deck or anything. The images are most like the majority of this shit is positive, right? These are only like the only bad cards really in this deck. And the fact that they came out with this energy, it says something about who he is, right? It's not looking too good. And again, the energies were telling me that he's a weasel. So, And let me just say this is all alleged. And no, I do not have a vendetta against him. I've never seen him in my life. You know what I mean? Until like I decided to do a reading on them. So, yeah. Because people be all sensitive and shit. Be like, oh, you got something against like somebody. But let me see, like, what's the chemistry around them? Like, what's the chemistry with them? Like, what can we see about their chemistry currently? What can we see about their current energy? All right. So how I'm going to do this is deep because this is their emotion from what I'm seeing, right? The cards are face down. The energy is telling me this is how they feel inwardly. So let's see. How I'm going to do this is for him and this is for her. Those are the energies, guys. These two cards are for him. These two cards are for her. Let me get into his vibe. So let's see. He feels like this is going to be happiness for him, right? You see the 10 of Cups? He's like, damn, I could start a family with this chick. Not just that, the Magician. Again, it's trickster energy, right? Weasel isn't always so bad. Weasel kind of has like cowardice and, it's not necessarily the best right? But it is like a personality trait that some people have. And that's what I'm seeing with this magician, right? He's kind of just like, I can do something with this relationship. The magician's all about creating some shit, right? Kind of like creating illusions, trying to like pull something out of nothing. The magician's also about manifesting. I'm seeing that he's kind of just like, yo, I can have a family with this chick. I can have happiness with her, and I can create something with her. Something long lasting, something that can benefit me, something that can benefit our children if they have children. That's what I'm seeing. That's the vibe that he's in. So he do wants a marriage with her. Now let me get her vibe. So let's see what's going on with her. She's charmed by this guy. She's charmed by this guy, right? The King of Wands is all like charming, right? Like chicks can't get enough of him. That's what I'm seeing. It's kind of just like, that's actually what the King of Wands represent. So I'm getting a vibe like, she does like him. She does like being around him. He does charm her a lot. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing kind of like making her feel good, making her feel confident, right? But she has seen some negative situations. That's what I'm seeing. She has seen some negative situations with this heartbreak regarding him, some negative traits. What can we see about these negative traits? What do they relate to? What can we see? All right. And it has to do with his need to want to create. That's what I'm seeing. The Tower, he's ruthless. This guy is ruthless. She sees how hungry he is about creating. You see how the energy is telling us what it is, right? She sees that. She's kind of just like, this man can be kind of ruthless, right? Not just that, it does scare her because she's kind of just like, and this is what's being told to me, that he's kind of quick to anger. I'm seeing quick to anger. He gets angry quick if he doesn't get his way. Not just that, let's just say, right, hypothetically, like, let's just say he's working at this job or he's creating this business, and let's say like things doesn't go right, then he takes it out on her. You see how this King of Wands is looking mean and how he's looking at this Three of Swords? It's kind of just like when things aren't good for him, he takes it out on Millie. I'm getting kind of like a soft energy with Millie. Again, I don't know anything of her, but the vibe I'm getting is kind of just like, she is young. She is kind of like shy, and it's kind of just like this guy, even though he's like a year or two older than her, this is kind of like, he has more power and authority for whatever reason. And the power and authority I'm talking about is like more confidence, right? It's like he can exert more power over her because her personality isn't so developed as of current. So that's what I'm seeing. So it's kind of just like, that's the sort of chemistry of their situation. It's kind of just like, for him, he's like, oh yeah, I can have a family, like, yeah, it's like he cares about her and his love and all that, and he wants a future, right? But he thinks a lot about like what he can create, what he can build off of, right? And again, it's a ruthlessness with this energy, with this Tower. So I mean, it is what it is. This is life, right? This is life. Like, it's beautiful though when the energies come out. Definitely tell me what you guys think, like if you fuck with it or whatever. But so let's see. These are all questions I came up with. So I already seen like how he's coming into this relationship. He has an agenda. We already seen his motives. So let me see. Is she ready to be a wife? What can we see? Actually, I'm gonna use this deck. Is Millie Bobby Brown ready to be a wife? What do the energies want to show? Like, give and take. She has to get her give and take right. The Six of Pentacles is all about give and take. And again, it kind of came out sideways. It's a sideways card. So that's not right. You guys know what I say. When a card is sideways, it represents something not being right. She's not necessarily confident with herself yet, right? She needs to get that sort of like developed as far as like the give and take energy, because it's kind of just like things can become unbalanced. Things could definitely become unbalanced, especially with her being a young woman that's, about to be a wife and all. What else can we see? What else can we see? She's gonna make the best out of it. What this temperance is about is alchemizing, right? It's kind of just like things are gonna be a challenge, but it's kind of just like she's equipped to do it. I'm seeing she has the tenacity, right? It's kind of just like, oh, okay, like even though I might not have everything right, like I'm seeing that like she has the tenacity. She's like, okay, I might not have everything down, but I'm gonna like make something out of it anyway. Because the temperance is all about patience and alchemy, right? There's also an energy of charity. So that's what I'm seeing. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow. The Knight of Pentacles is about slow moving energy, right? So what I'm seeing here, sorry, seeing like the leaves, and you saw the card is kind of transparent. That threw me off. I was like, what the fuck is that, dirt? And then I was like, these cards are transparent. But what I see, you see, I'll be like all like looking at every detail and shit. But this is slow moving energy, right? The Knight of Pentacles always represent slow moving energy. So it's kind of just like, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow. She is what, like 19 or 20 or 18 or something. So it's kind of just like, it's not gonna be quick. Right? This is a situation that's going to take time. It's going to take time. She needs to develop. She needs to mature. Right? That's why it's going to be slow. It's like, yeah, she's ready for it. She's like, oh, I'm all set. I'm going to do it. But with this Knight of Pentacles is showing me that it's going to take some time. So is she ready? I'm going to be real. No, because it keeps saying that she needs to develop with how she relates to people, how she deals with things, with this give and take. But, I mean, it is what it is. So, let's see. Is this Jake Bongiovi? I like saying his last name. It sounds funny to me. Is this Jake Bongiovi ready to be a husband? What can we see? All right. Let's see. What can we see as far as this Jake Bongiovi guy? All right. So, we have a face-down card that's sideways. So, this is deep. Why is his emotions, again, because face-down cards represents emotions and shit. Why is his emotions and his mind always set on the money? Does this guy not have his own money or something? Like, I don't know. It's kind of just like, I was seeing money earlier, but I just didn't want to go there. But since it's popping up now, fuck, I'm going to go there, right? What is this about? This Ace of Pentacles. And again, it's sideways. It's like this dude looking for a handout. So, I mean, he wants to get his money right. He needs to get his money right. His money's not looking right. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is all about security as well. The fact that the card is sideways, I'm seeing a lack of security, financial stability. What else can we see? And then I'm going to ask about Drake. Like, how does Drake feel about this whole thing? Is he jealous or what? I mean, again, the energies just repeat, right? What are the chances of the cards coming out exactly the same with just like the positions a little bit different and just this one card being different? But what I'm seeing here is that his money is not right. You know, he feels like he's ready for it though. That's what I'm seeing. He feels confident. But what I'm seeing is it's not to be. It's really not to be. And it's because of his habits. It's because he has some, you know, bad habits. It is what it is. I ain't gonna get too deep into it. It's kind of more casual, you know. But what I'm seeing here is that, you know, his money's not right. You know, not just that, he is a bit of a trickster, an opportunist. Yeah, his heart is kind of like in the right place because this is good. Some guys don't want a family. You know, I keep seeing that he wants his own family. Not just that, it's telling me he has a point to prove to his family. So that's deep as well. It's kind of just like, I don't know. I don't know if he's doing this for his image so he can look a particular way. But he's not ready. They're both not ready. She's not ready to be a wife and he's not ready to be a husband. Not just that, he needs to work on his money because that's not right. So, okay. Now then, let's see. How do Jake... I said Jake. How do you, what's that guy's name? Drake. I said Jake or Drake, whatever. I didn't write this particular question down. I just thought about it because I know about the whole Drake and Millie situation. I was just like, oh, let's see what Drake is feeling. How does Drake feel about Millie Bobby Brown being engaged? What can we see? What is his vibe? How does he feel? Oh, he feels heartbreak. This guy, this Drake guy, he should be ashamed of himself, right? Because it's like, why is this grown ass man feeling heartbreak over Millie being engaged to a different man? And for people to say like, oh, like, you know, they're just friends, like, you know, when she was like underage and shit. I don't want to be messy, right? It's none of my business, right? But why is a grown man in heartbreak? You see the Three of Swords, right? So he's in heartbreak. What else can we see? That's fucking funny to me, actually. At the same time, though, he's busy with his own situation. He's kind of just like, okay, yeah, I'm hurt, but I'm gonna do my own shit. You know what I mean? Not just that, it drives him. It drives him harder, like rejection. What I'm seeing here is that this is rejection for him. Again, why is he feeling rejected? But what I'm seeing here is like, Drake is the type of person that when he's like rejected, yeah, he feels down, but he wants to go even harder. That's what I'm seeing here. He wants to go even harder. Not just that, he's trying to find peace in his own situation. So I'm seeing that, yeah, he's going to be like moving on from it. But he does feel a particular way about this whole situation. What else? One more card. I usually like to have 4 cards come out. Like, what else? I mean, it is what it is. You know, he's feeling hurt. He's hurting. This is also delusional energy, right? It's delusional energy. It's kind of just like he starts off, right? Like, oh, I'm hurt. Then he's like, fuck that. I'm Drake. You know, I'm successful. The Six of Wands is also an energy of arrogance, right? He's kind of just like, you know, we know Drake is arrogant. So he's like, I got my own shit going. Not just that, he's like trying to find peace and shit with this yoga and all of that. But yeah, his face is looking towards the future. What I tell you, that he's kind of just like, I'm going to move on. I'm going to do my own shit. This guy, his face is facing the future, right? But he's hurt. He's hurt. You know, so I don't know if he wanted something with Millie, but I don't know. This guy, apparently, he be feeling like bad and shit. He be dealing with rejection. It's kind of just like rejection from Nicki Minaj. Then I did that reading with Ice Spice, and Ice Spice was creeped out by him. So that was like rejection. Now he's feeling rejection because Millie's like engaged. So, I mean, that is really funny to me. Really funny. And kind of sick too, but funny as hell. So let's see, what's my next question? This is going to be my last question, actually. I have other questions, but it's no point to look into those. So let's see. What advice does the universe have for Millie Bobby Brown? What can we see? What's the advice for Millie Bobby Brown? What advice does the universe want to give to Millie? They're like, chick, you're confused. And look, it's 4 here. 4 is about marriage and the home and family. They're like, you're confused. Is this what you really want? And look, this guy here, he's kind of like thinking. At least that's how I see it. Because I know that like with these particular cards, they're really intuitive. So sometimes people see things differently, right? But for me, it's kind of like this. Looks like this is this guy's hand. And it's on his head, like on the side of his face. And he's like thinking, like, So it's confusion here. They're like, they're not so sure about this situation. Not just that, this is deep because it relates to her emotion, because the card's face down. So let's see. Unconditional love. She's looking for unconditional love. She's looking for support. And it's affecting her emotion. What else can we see? What else can we see? And I like 4 cards usually. More than 4 cards, but I'll fuck with it. Look at this. This cosmic midwifery. It's deep because with this cosmic midwifery, it's kind of just like, you're supposed to be delivering other energies right now. That's what's being told. That she needs to be focused on other shit, right? It's kind of just like she needs to be nurturing other situations, not getting married, not trying to be a wife. You know what I mean? Like the midwife is all about like pregnancies and shit, right? Helping chicks to like give birth. She needs to be doing other things. She needs to be nurturing other energies, helping other energies be like birthed into the world, right? She doesn't need to be sort of just like tied down at this moment in time, right? She's straying away from her path, right? That's what I'm seeing. She's kind of straying away from her path with this midwifery. So, I mean, it is what it is. This alchemy is interesting. It's definitely interesting because I'm getting a vibe of insecurity with this. I'm getting a vibe of insecurity, needing to relate. You see how these two people are looking at each other, kind of, or looking at their creation? It's kind of like they're both trying to create something, right? He's trying to create something for his image, for, you know, his circumstances, I guess his money and all of that. You know, she's looking for family, she's looking for nurturing. So, I mean, it is what it is. She needs to reflect on that. It's saying reflect on that. Dream time and awakening. You see this, Will is looking sad. Because it's like she's going to be awakening to the reality of the situation. You know, like when you do things rash, like hook up with someone or get married, you know what I mean? And it's rash. Because when you think about it, like how long has she known this guy? Like truly though, right? As an adult. You know, I don't know like if they knew each other as teens and shit. But it's like when you're so young, you're still developing. Right? And it's kind of just like you have to like develop yourself. You have to progress. You know, it's kind of young, especially in today's world. Like I understand in the past people got married at like 14, 16. This is a different time, right? Those people were really developed because of life, circumstances. The energies were different in the world, right? There's energy in the world. The energy with the current population that's on this planet, it's really immature. That's just the situation we're dealing with. So she's really immature. She's not developed, you know? So what I'm seeing here is it's kind of just like she's just not developed. She's going to be awakening to some shit. You know, there's going to be some sadness. There's going to be some tears. Heartbreak, you know, tough lessons. Yeah, this fear, this primal fear. Again, fear with wanting unconditional love. Not just that, this is a defense mechanism. You see all these like sharp needles pointing out of this dude? It's an energy of a defense mechanism. She has fear. She has fear. A lot of this situation isn't love. A lot of this is just ignorance, right? It's kind of just like she's daydreaming with this dream time and awakening. Not just that, it's a primal fear here. She needs to consider this, right? But there's going to be evolution, you know? There's definitely going to be evolution. Not just that, with the calling our parts home. She's going to be coming to her sanity, right? She's going to be coming to her sanity. Because this particular card, it's about calling in energy, situations in your life that you don't currently have. So obviously she's going without something, right? Whatever that is, whether it's like proper reasoning, that's what I think of, right? Maturity, whatever. She doesn't have that at this moment. She's going to be calling it, like calling it to her, right? Calling it home, like becoming whole. Because right now she's not whole. That's why she's rushing into this. So, I mean, that's really deep, actually. I fuck with this reading. I liked it. So, guys, definitely tell me what you thought and take care. Peace and abundance to all.